Hi everybody, welcome back. I have another video semi-prepared for today, like I said yesterday, but as you know, the Harkles will throw us a curveball when we least expect it. Well, not that I did not expect it, I absolutely did. Remember, I told you in yesterday's video that the Harkles were told not to publish pictures and stories during the Jubilee. So they rushed back to California and wham bam, on the first day after the Jubilee, they published photographs of Littlebit on her supposed first birthday. Now, firstly, the photographs could have been taken at Frogmore, but it could also have been taken at their Montecito home. It is hard to tell as the backgrounds are blurred, but both places have hedges like that in the background. However, although I say this knowing I may be wrong, I think those windows with the dark frames look more like that of the Montecito home than Frogmore. Okay, the photographs were taken by Misan Haruman, the same photographer who took the photograph of Harry and Meghan, where she was supposedly pregnant, sitting on the grass or lying on the grass. Remember that picture? Misan had taken quite a number of their photographs in any event, so he is one of their favorites. The second photograph is then actually of Misan's wife and two children with Megan and Littlebit. Now please note that I think it is a cute baby, and what I say next has absolutely no bearing on the child herself. Children are the innocents in every and any scenario. Okay, with that now out of the way, here is what I think. I am not arguing that Littlebit does not exist. I am practically sure that if they say they have two children, then they have two children. Because it may be easy to pull off a ruse when the children are still small, but not as easy when they are older. However, having two children does not mean Meghan Markle gave birth to one or both of them herself, or that she is even the biological mother of one or both of them. In my opinion, backed up by what a geneticist is saying, as well as some research on Dr. Google, that child presented as Littlebit is not Meghan Markle's biological child. And here is why. On your screen are photographs of what I call the Meghan Markle original. Meghan Markle has dark brown eyes, black African hair, and olive skin. On the next screen are photographs of Meghan's father and mother, and we all know what Charles and Diana and Harry look like. But here is a reminder just in case. So, according to these photographs and others we saw of Archie, both children supposedly have red hair, and Littlebit even has very straight hair. Although texture can change as you grow older, so I'm going to leave texture of hair out of it for now. It is the color which does not ring true. Red hair comes from a recessive gene, unlike dark or black hair, which comes from a dominant gene, which is the very reason why so few people actually have red hair. In order to have a child with red hair, you thus need 2 pieces of red hair DNA to have a child with red hair. Or then the child will only have red hair if both parents carry the red hair DNA or genes. Okay, so let's put it simply. If both parents have red hair, the child will have red hair. If one parent has red hair, the other doesn't, but carries the red hair gene or DNA, you will have a 50% chance of having a child with red hair. If neither you nor your partner have red hair, but you both carry the red hair gene or DNA, you will have a 25% chance of having a child with red hair. Now, those are the only 3 conditions under which a couple can or will have a child with red hair, as far as DNA or genes are concerned. If one parent has red hair, the other doesn't, and also do not carry the red hair gene or DNA, the child will likely not have red hair, or highly unlikely, because again, brown or dark hair is a dominant gene. So, okay, everyone on Instagram was quick to say, "Oh, but Thomas Markle Jr. has red hair, so Megan does carry the gene." No. Look at Megan's father. His hair was dark when he was younger. Although Thomas Jr. has red hair, which he mostly got from his mother, who has the typical coloring of a redhead, Thomas Sr. must have been a carrier of the red hair gene as well. However, having been dark himself and Megan's mother being of African descent, it is not necessarily true that he passed the red hair gene onto Megan, as both her parents had dark hair. The dark hair DNA would have been dominant. As Megan and Thomas Jr. have different mothers, the argument that Thomas Jr. had red hair is thus no argument at all. And this is further proven by looking at photographs of Samantha and Thomas Jr. when they were young, where it is clear that Samantha inherited the dominant dark or brown hair gene or DNA, and her brother thus firmly falls into the 50% chance category. The chance that Meghan Markle could thus have a red-haired biological child is thus 25% or less to none. There are other factors, however, which could influence hair color, like melanin or pheomelanin or eomelanin. But if you have more eomelanin, like Megan does, it will drown out any red color. So it is not going to increase her children's chances of having red hair. In short, it is not 100% impossible for Harry and Meghan to have a red-haired child, but virtually impossible to have 2 children with red hair. Littlebit seems to also have blue eyes. As Harry has blue eyes and Meghan brown, their children will have a 50% chance of having blue or brown eyes. However, again, it depends on what genes or DNA Megan inherited, as again, blue eyes come from a recessive gene or DNA, whereas brown eyes are dominant. Now, I'm not sure what color eyes Mr. Markle Sr. has, but Megan clearly inherited the dominant gene from her mother. Now, the same applies to skin color and a lot of other physical traits. So, what I am telling you is that there is about 1 to 0% chance that Meghan Markle can be the biological parent of the little girl presented in these photographs as Littlebit. Because, in my opinion, unlikely plus unlikely plus unlikely equals impossible. Now, there are a couple of other things I find a little strange about these two photographs. Firstly, why publish a photograph with Missan's wife and children and not a second photograph of them as a family? A photo of Harry, Meghan, Littlebit, and Archie. Secondly, how did Meghan manage to lose 10 or more kilograms between Friday and Saturday? Did she change eye and hair color between Friday and Saturday? And why does she look 10 years younger without makeup than with makeup on Friday? It is also rather amazing how much Littlebit looks like her cousin August, don't you think? Also, why does Littlebit, who is 4 months younger than August, look bigger and older than August? And, in my opinion, Littlebit has way too many teeth for a 1-year-old. Now, okay, nothing I pointed out is 100% impossible, but I am not going to believe that 100% of everything, hair color, teeth, eye color, size, absolutely everything, would be top of the scale, 110% what Megan wanted. No, 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 no. Life does not work that way, nor does genetics or anything else. It is absolutely my opinion that this little girl is not Meghan Markle's biological child. Or, alternatively, another possibility is that she is a designer baby, genetically engineered to order. Hate me for my opinion, but it is what it is. And I am now even more convinced that Megan did not physically birth this child. I also think the very reason why Megan released the photo of herself and Littlebit with Missan's wife Camilla and their children is because she is taunting us. She is telling us that her children should have looked more like Missan's children, but they don't. And we can speculate as much as we want to. We'll never know the truth. Not the absolute truth. The good thing about her releasing these photographs is that she is now fast running out of trump cards she can play. We saw the kid, we speculated, we gave our opinions, and now it's over. The only stunt she has left to pull is to tell the truth about the birth of her children. That is all. But will she? I sincerely doubt it, because if she does, they will be out of the line of succession. So don't hold your breath. Okay guys, I'm going to go finish my previous video and I'll post that one for you tomorrow. Now guys, quickly before I go, I apologize for applying an effect to the children's pictures, but the real pictures are widely available on different platforms. However, I am morally against posting pictures of other people's children, particularly if and when the topic of a video concerns the children and thus attracts attention to the actual children. I usually stick to my convictions, so please respect me for that and just forgive me, okay? It's the information in the actual video that really matters, doesn't it? Okay, guys and girls, so I will be back either later today or tomorrow. So until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.